Hello and welcome to On the Mic, a Zoomcast that spotlights students, services, and staff of Highlands Community Charter and Technical Schools. Highlands offers adults 22 years of age and older the opportunity to earn their high school diploma, learn a skill, and learn English as a second language. My name is Mike Roessler, and today I am very pleased to be joined by Dr. Malikah Popal. Malikah, how are you?
Hello, Mike. I'm good.
So good to see you. It's so good to see you on Zoom here and your big, beautiful smile. How have you been over, let's say, the last 13 months, 14 months of our coronavirus pandemic? How have you been?
Oh, it was like a kind of a new experience for me. And before that, I was thinking that maybe it will be not like possible, especially for our student, like the lower level student. But then we saw like it worked very, very fantastic. And now it was a kind of a new capacity building for our student and for our staff. We learned a lot. We learned about Zooming, about how to get connected with
about technology, which I think it probably accelerated their learning a bit, right? Now they really have to learn Zoom and have to understand how to use Google and get into Google Classroom, and right?
Yeah, exactly. And we had like some students that they never had idea of how to touch the keyboard, but now they can do everything. And I'm very excited about that. That was a very good experience.
It has been, even though the coronavirus was a no fun at all, and really a weird experience for the most of us. It really accelerated the learning, the digital literacy for our students, and now it basically turned it into maybe a pretty good learning deal.
Sure, and we are still learning, because our wonderful IT department provide us with so many trainings. It's wonderful, awesome. Yeah, I love that.
Yes. Now, in the intro, Malikah, I introduce you as a doctor. Now, there might be some of our 275 or 280 employees that may not know you're a doctor. So explain to all of our viewers about how you became a doctor.
Oh, thank you. That was a good question. So I actually born in a family that the girls' education was like feeling like a shame. And especially like my father was not happy with my education. But fortunately, I had an uncle. I have an uncle, God bless him, that he took me to the school. And on that night, I remember that my father was not happy at all. But still, I got to the school. I graduated with a great honor, and I went to the medical university, but it was not easy in Afghanistan. It's not easy here, and it was not easy at all in Afghanistan to go to the medical university and so graduate from there. And it was like a challenge for me growing in this kind of family and growing in the background that it was like the girls' education was like, they were not welcoming at all. So
I was just gonna ask you that, Malikah. So you were born and raised in Afghanistan, right?
Yes. And I born in Kandahar. My city is southern Afghanistan. It's a little bit very, very hard for a woman to live here.
Well, and I was going to ask you about the education portion of what you just talked about, but also the fact that being a woman in the Middle East, sometimes receiving or pursuing an education is kind of frowned upon, right?
Yeah, it was. It's really a big challenge, especially even for men, but for women, it's a big challenge because the family backgrounds are like different. Some families are good, they're supporting the girls for education, but some of them are not at all. But it's really a challenge. It's a challenge in every step to get educated and to go for work, to go to university. So everything was like a kind of challenge, especially the recent year with the security was a big concern in Afghanistan. And then when we got to the Pakistan, we live as a refugee in Pakistan for 10 years. And there, so my career was like a little bit, it helped me a lot because work as my experience was built like as a OBGYN, and I had my own small hospital there, and I help refugees. I opened a small hospital for them for free during the day. I divided my time for help refugees and help the other people that needed my help. So anyway, I had good income, but I divided my income with the refugee families. It was
so you went to Pakistan and you continued and lived as a refugee there.
Yes.
And then you continue to practice medicine there in Pakistan?
Yeah, I graduated in Afghanistan, and after like 3 to 4 years, I stayed in Afghanistan. And after that, the security condition get like worse than before, and then we have to leave the country, and we went to Pakistan. And at that time, my children was like the age of 4, 8, and I have 3 children, and so 1 daughter, 2 boys. So they were like, my daughter was 4 years old, and my other son was 6 and 8. And this was like I was just trying my children to be educated, and I was trying myself. I went to the English language centers every day, I don't know why I was interested to learn English a little bit. However, my English is not good even now, but I was trying that. And I started my career as an OBGYN. I work in a refugee hospital there. There was a lot of refugees in Pakistan, and they are in a very bad condition. And it was a good experience for me. It was a very good experience, and I was enjoying my time that I was helping refugees, and I was learning new stuff.
So you got to help refugees there just like you do now, right? You get to help refugees now a little bit, right? And so were you delivering babies then?
Yes.
Wow.
I had my own small hospital, like maternity home, and I was just referring the complicated cases to the big hospitals. But
of course, so you took the easy births, and
because I didn't want to.
Well, how fascinating! Yeah. How fascinating! So it's Dr. Malikah Popal, very nice.
Yeah.
And so I love it, Dr. Malikah. So you went from Afghanistan to Pakistan. When did you come over to the United States?
Oh yeah. So in 2003, when the situation was like changed in Afghanistan after the fall of Taliban, then I went back with my family to Afghanistan. And at that time, my children was all like educated, graduated from metric, the Pakistan system of education. And then we went back to Afghanistan, and my children going to universities, and my elder son started working with the American armies in that. And I started working also with the American USAID and UNICEF and the World Bank and the international communities. But I also work as a director of reproductive health at the Ministry of Public Health, and then advisor to the minister, advisor to the Women Commission of Afghanistan Parliament. So after that all, I decided to go somewhere to pursue my education more, and then I applied for Fulbright scholarship. That program is supported by the Department of State of United States and all the American embassies in each country, just processing that. And then I fortunately selected for that. I passed the test, and then
you're a Fulbright scholar?
Yeah, I'm a Fulbright scholar. I'm Humphrey Fellow, and the Humphrey Fellow is only for people that have the leadership background. And I had the leadership background, and that's why I got the scholarship. Among the 200 people, we were just 5 selected, and we come here. In 2013, I come here, and my first stop was Davis University for pre-academic English and culture orientation. That was a good experience for me. And after that, my main course was in Tulane University. It was public and policy and management. And I successfully graduated with very great honor. All numbers were A. I was so happy because I was very interested to learn. I am interested in learning even now. And after that, yeah, how I came to Sacramento, my younger son was still in Afghanistan, and he got SIV visa, the special immigration visa, because my daughter-in-law was working at the U.S. Embassy. And then they came here in Sacramento. And because I was in Sacramento before when I was in Davis, but I liked Sacramento, and I come back here. And here I didn't decide to go back to the medical school because I was more than 55 at that time. So no, I worked for 35 years as a medical doctor. I will not go back to the medical school. to like study again for 7 years. They say, no, I want to help refugees because I saw refugees in Sacramento
You did,
and
yes.
they really needed help of someone.
So Malikah, tell us,
Yeah.
tell our friends watching how you found Highlands.
That's why I'm telling you, when I started to work for refugees, like when a nonprofit, and finally the nonprofit like elected me as the president of that organization, and then I start to like seek like the community resources. What's the community resources in Sacramento? And then I finally somebody told me there is some English language classes. They're teaching refugees, and there are lots of Afghan refugees there. I met Nicole in a class because I know Lao family people. There are some friends, and then they introduced me to Nicole, and that was very like a very good experience for me. And she immediately, I say, okay, I have a nonprofit. I want to just refer the Afghan refugees to the community resources like that. I said, yeah, okay. So she gave me Doc's information, phone number, and then she sent an email and connected me with Doc through email. And when I reached home, immediately I received a phone from Doc. Oh my God, so that's a wonderful person. He called me, and then we set a meeting. And after the meeting, then he said, okay, you can work with us. We will both together help refugees. And it was really my goal. And now when I see I'm reaching the goal that I had, and this was my purpose to help refugees. And now I'm helping refugees. I'm in the main area that I can help them to open their way for the more education in life in the United States. So
now Malikah, which one of our 33 sites are you located at?
So I start with St. Matthew for a while, then they requested me to go to Faith Legacy, and I worked with for 3 years, like around 3 years with Melissa and Faith Legacy, and it was a wonderful experience for me. I learned a lot, and I get familiar with the system, how a good teacher should be. Like, it was a wonderful experience for me. And then after that, now I work in McLaurin area. That's also an area which is surrounded by the Afghan refugees.
Right, and that's where Nicole started out at, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So the area that, yeah, exactly. The class that I met the first day, and now I'm in that class.
You're back there now. So Dr. Popal, tell us about maybe share a little bit about your kids. How old are they now? What are their names?
Yeah, so I'm married since 40 years. My kids' birthday was like 2 days before. He got 39, my elder son got 39, and the second one is 37, and the third one is my daughter. She turned 34.
Very nice. So
I have 6 grandbabies, by the way.
Oh, congratulations on that. Now, are all your kids over here in the States?
Yes, because when I was in Afghanistan at that time, and then I, like, in Afghanistan, it's all arranged marriages. They don't select themselves. So I try to arrange for my kids to marry in the United States. So my elder son and my daughter, they come to the United States through their marriage, but they continue their education. My daughter is the master of biochemistry. She's now she's like personal trainer. She was a Zumba instructor, and she's now a dietitian specialist. And
wow,
my son is like a financial manager in a car company, which car company? Yeah, it's like a Toyota and Dodge at this time. So, and my younger son was in Afghanistan, and he came after us. He came to Sacramento. He moved back to Virginia. He said he was looking for a job that he likes, and his wife was very professional, and they got a good job. My daughter-in-law is working at the American University in Washington.
Sure.
My son is working in Afghan embassy in Washington. So they are happy, they are good, and
yes,
happy here, they're happy there.
Yeah. Listen, you got 6 grandkids, you got 3 smart kids with grandkids. I mean, you got a real nice position here at Highlands. Now, how long have you been here with us?
It's more than 4 years.
4 years, yeah. I mean, listen, Malikah, I think this job is one of the best jobs I've ever had, in that you get to help people every single day, and you get to make an impact on somebody, no matter what location you're at, no matter whether you're in high school or English language or career technical education. We get to help people, right?
I just want to help people, and I really enjoy my everyday's work to help them. I enjoy to help a family. And I'll tell you about like yesterday, that not yesterday, like last week, that we interviewed like a wonderful Afghan young lady. She was like not a single mom, but at this time her husband is not with her. And then, yeah, the teacher was Derek, and he said, "Oh, Malikah, she's wonderful. She should be the high school." I said, "No, she should be the high school, but she can be a Highland student." And then we help her. Derek really helped her, and then with everything, and she became hired as a paraeducator here. So I'm so happy. That's why, like, I'm trying to help any way possible.
Well, and I know, Malikah, that you also, when you're not working during your Highlands hours, you're doing other things for refugees too, right?
Exactly. Yeah, I do. Like, I'm on the phone like until like 10 p.m., 11 p.m. You will not believe me. Sometimes I receive a call like at 2 a.m. and they ask me for help. That's why emergency issues sometimes it's happening to me. Yeah.
So tell me, do you still have your nonprofit here in Sacramento?
Yeah, it is, but a little bit the COVID affected us a lot.
Sure.
And before the COVID, we had like good work, like we had like a small project to educate the parent of the school children.
Right.
So the parent of the school children are our student here at Highland. So yeah, it was a very good experience for me. That project was wonderful, and then we finished with that, and now we'll see. We are looking for more opportunities. Yeah.
Well, let me say this, Dr. Popal. I remember when you started 4 years ago, and you've certainly been a great addition to. Back then, it was a much smaller staff than it is now, and so you've certainly been a great addition to Highlands, and I probably am not too concerned about speaking on behalf of others. You've been great for Highlands. I'm sure the students have enjoyed interacting with you, and we certainly thank you for being on the mic.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I really enjoyed my work here. I really enjoyed help people, help the school, help the people, help the staff, help my teachers. So they are like, we have an awesome team. Yeah.
Oh, a great team. We have a great team, Malikah, and you are certainly one of them.
Thank you so much.
All right. You have a great day.
Okay, you too.
All right. Bye-bye.